Plaintiffs Tammy and Kara Hancock are suing the defendant, Tessa Whittle, for unpaid childcare. The plaintiffs say they cared for 2 of the defendant's children, and they were appalled by the defendant's poor parenting skills. But Tessa is countersuing for unreturned property and emotional distress.
All right. Kara and Tammy Hancock are suing their former employer. Tessa is their former employer, and she is suing them for unreturned property and emotional stress, and the plaintiffs are suing the defendant for unpaid child care. Why is it that there are 2 of you suing for child care?
Because Kara was actually the one that was supposed to be doing the daycare. Mm-hmm. It originally, Kara came to me and said that Tessa had approached her and wanted her to babysit for a certain amount of money. I told Kara that she was not babysitting until I actually had the chance to speak to Tessa. Tessa called on the 4th.
All right, so you speak to Tessa about babysitting or having your daughter Kara babysit for Tessa. Right. How many kids does Tessa have?
Tessa actually has 3 children. She actually has lost custody of 2.
You lost custody of 2?
That is absolutely untrue.
Do you have 3 children?
I do. Yes, I do.
Do they all live with you?
Your Honor, I actually have evidence that
can prove that. Do they live with you?
No. One of my middle daughter does.
So the other 2 don't?
The oldest lives with my mom and dad. I did not lose custody. He lives there for causes that is helping him. And my youngest daughter...
How is it that your mom and dad can help your child better than you can?
I was very young when I had him, and his dad left.
So what?
So
you don't have custody of that one?
No. Well, of him. I don't have physical custody, but
So what she said is right. We're dancing for no reason. You have 3 kids and you only have 1 with you. Tammy, your daughter Kara is going to babysit for those 3 children. You get involved because...
Actually, it was just 2 children because she's never had the 3rd one at all. I've never met that child.
How much are you going to babysit the children for?
It was $2.33 an hour.
Is that per child or?
Yes.
So it's $4.66.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Per hour.
Yes.
For the 2 children.
Right.
So we agree on that.
Yes.
Yes.
Your Honor, Miss Whittle, she asked me if I would watch the kids while Kara was in school, so she didn't have to take
Your
them.
Honor, that's a lie.
I'm going to assume everything she's saying is a lie from your perspective, and then I'm going to come to you. Okay? All right, so what happens?
So actually, I started helping her out and taking care of the children.
Children being cared for?
They were being cared at my house during the week, and then on the very first weekend, they went to her house. And Kara, you can actually explain the reason why you chose not to babysit at her house anymore.
Why?
I chose not to babysit over there because she had no cribs or anything for the kids. The only food she had in her house was junk food. So I would go out and buy the food.
How old are your children? The 2
9 months, and at that time she was 6 months, and the oldest daughter was 20 months.
There's no crib in the house?
Yes, there is.
Your Honor.
There's a toddler bed and a crib.
Why would she lie about that?
I don't know. I had talked to I had talked to Kara while I was at work one day, and she had came into my work, and I was working, and she had told me, or I had asked her about daycare because Tammy's oldest daughter had said that Kara wouldn't be working at the swimming pool anymore for the summer, and that she'd be looking for extra money for the school time.
All right, this all makes sense.
So I said that was fine. And when I talked to Kara, I had told her I would pay her $2.50 an hour per child because I was only making $8 an hour.
Right.
And Kara agreed to that. She said, let me talk to my mom.
That's $5. You got it down to $4.66. Why?
That's what Tammy put it at.
Well, that's good. She's getting less money. You have to pay less money.
I called Tammy on the 4th and asked her if she could watch my children. And she agreed that she would do it. And I said, okay, that would be great.
Where did you work at the time?
It's a small grocery store.
And what time would you get done working?
Some nights I didn't get off work until 10:45.
What time would you go to work in the morning?
Anywhere from 11 in the morning clear until sometimes I didn't start till 3.
All right.
So it was just various hours throughout the day.
Why aren't you paying them?
Okay, on October 16th, my ex-husband showed up at my house with a court order stating that I had lost custody of my daughter due to a default because I did not know that there was a custody court date held at all.
How old is your daughter? The 2-year-old?
At that time, no, it's the baby.
The baby.
The baby.
Now, is the father of the baby the same father of the other 2?
He's the one that's taken care of her whole life, but is not biologically her father.
What do you want to show me?
Actually, this is a statement from the husband she's talking about that she's currently married to.
The husband or the father?
He's the father of that baby.
Tessa has tried to give up the baby for adoption several times, and her aunt is ready to testify because Tessa has asked her if she would adopt Makina.
McKenna is her name.
McKenna. Custody was granted to Tessa's mom. What is this all
She
about?
actually has been,
That's okay.
Is that your husband's signature?
My ex-husband? Yes, that is his signature.
You know, it's very unusual for someone to lose custody on a default. It tells me you either didn't know or didn't care. I got a lot of trouble with your credibility, I have to tell you, Tessa. How much do you think you owe her?
According to my calculations, because she will not provide me with any proof of anything that I owe her whatsoever. I've asked her multiple times.
Why not? Why don't you give her proof?
I have provided her proof. I've even sent her numerous text messages.
Let's see. Copy. You have copies of the texts?
Yeah, it's there. It's
Thank
all
you.
there.
I'm at the doctor with Hannah. I can only pay $200. I'm going to send bills off today. When I get the money from then I will. You said when you got the money, this is from you to her. Well, Jamie's going to bring it to you and you can give it to him. There needs to be a receipt and all proof of the hours. She's asking you that. She's saying you bring your attorney, but I'm not paying you one dime until you provide proof of hours that you were charging me. What do you want to tell me? Who are you? Step up.
My name's Erica Pedrosa, and I'm her boyfriend's sister and her son-in-law's sister. And the only reason I'm involved here
Should
is
you like stand in the middle?
I was kind of wanting to go there. The only reason that I got involved is she's asked me to help her verify what she owed Tammy. Other
How
than
much
that,
does she owe Tammy?
according to what she calculated and the hours she worked, $255 with 29 cents.
$255.29. And what are you suing for?
$281.06.
The issue about you having vis-a-vis the plaintiffs has to do with why you're losing your custody of your children. You know you've got a heap load of trouble.
Oh yeah, I've never had trouble like this in my life till I moved to a mountain home where we live.
Well, but you could only have yourself to blame. Do you understand that? You know what? The next time you sleep with a guy, tell him to wear a condom. That's number one. And you won't have so many children. All right? I'm sure you understand that. Yes? Mm-hmm. All right. And number two, are you going to try to get custody of your children back?
I have a court case planned for Monday to get my daughter back. Yes.
Now, you were suing her for unreturned property, $1,600. Talk to me.
Okay. I over the month that Miss Hancock had watched my daughters, I had taken over necessities for them, such as diapers and wipes and food and extra clothing in case they soiled themselves. And I, to this day, have not gotten that back. And
Do you have some of her stuff?
Your Honor, yes, I do. And it's never been an issue of me giving that stuff back.
So watch it. That belongs to the babies. The babies outgrow this stuff.
I will give it to her. I would have brought it on the plane, but it's 6 ounces and I can't bring but 3
Can't bring
ounces.
liquids. I know.
I was planning on bringing it.
All right. Now, what's with the emotional distress?
She started texting me harassing text messages stating that if I did not pay her right then and there, that she would start telling the cops that there was a 16-year-old I was sleeping with for money.
Were you sleeping with a 16-year-old for money?
I have not.
Your Honor,
that is untrue. I have text messages from him stating that we've never done anything.
Who was the 16-year-old?
One of Kara's friends, actually, that I worked with at the grocery store. He was the box boy, and I worked at the courtesy counter.
All right, so he's come to your house, I assume.
He's babysat for me a couple of times in between me and my roommate coming home to and from work in between times.
Your Honor, she had been harassing me for 3 days. She'd been harassing me for quite a few days, and she had torqued me off.
That is not true.
And I think you'll see the time frames, that the times and everything.
Even her oldest daughter had been texting
from P to
me.
D, you better stop, as I have too much on you. I have a PI that's come up with a lot. Do you want it shared? All your, you know what? You're mean. All right?
That's what the whole
You are
thing
very
is.
close to the line in me awarding her money, because I really do think you harassed her, but there is not a civil action for harassment. You want to get along in life? Stop
Your
with
Honor,
this.
I'm 44 years old.
And I'm older than you, so
And
what?
This girl brought her kids in. I was helping her out. She was not helping us out. Why not just pay the money that is owed and leave us alone? That's all I've asked from the very beginning.
You know what? You are going to get the money that you're owed, okay? And legally, you're entitled to it. But you know what? You pulled some punches that were a little too low
And
for
she
this
did
court.
too, Your Honor.
At the end of the day, you get $261.15. So ordered. Thank you.